everybody. Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Coastline. It's my favorite time of year, the fall season. I just love it. It's a time for baking and the house to smell amazing. It's so wonderful. But today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a couple of different recipes that we've put more of a healthy twist, which of course we love to do. But the first one that I'm going to be doing is an apple crisp. And what I love about it is that it's only 3 apples. How often? I just did this. I made a huge pan of apple crisp, but now it's in my fridge and I feel like I have to eat it all the time, which is
right,
not
you don't want to waste
so
it.
Healthy. Exactly,
Yes.
You don't want to waste it. So this one only requires 3 apples. Perfect.
And we're making them individually,
Yeah.
already pre-served, so
Exactly.
nice and easy.
And it's so easy. So we just cored and diced and peeled these apples here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a teaspoon of cinnamon. This is so easy. You're going to love this. So a teaspoon of cinnamon. You can add however much you like. Me personally, I am a cinnamon lover. And it's also great for diabetics. There have been a lot of studies that are coming out with research on that. We're going to do some sugar. And I cut down a lot of the sugar in this recipe, because apples are just so sweet all by themselves. They don't need a lot. So I just do a few little sprinkles. And then instead of doing regular flour, I'm doing whole wheat flour. Okay. So then I'm just going to mix this up like this. Already it smells
I know, you
terrific.
can start to smell the cinnamon and the apple all together.
Yep. All right, so once you give this a good stir, I'm just going to put them into my ramekins. Okay. See, it's a great way to impress your friends.
It's a quick, easy dessert if you're having a dinner party at your
Yep.
house.
Yep.
You can just get the ramekins. You can get 6 of them if you have 6 people coming over. And look how easy it is. You can make them
I know.
individually, and they come out right out of the oven and
Yep.
ready to serve. So there's not a lot of dishware that you have to worry about, a lot of cleaning and
Yep.
stuff like that. So it's pretty easy.
So if you had any extra, you could save that for later, but I'm just going to put these extra apples aside right here. So now I'm going to work on the crumble topping. So I have half a cup of quick oats. Throw that in there. A little bit of brown sugar. Again, I don't go crazy on the sugar just because, like I was saying, apples are sweet all by themselves. Okay. A little bit of vanilla extract. So funny story, when I was making my apple crisp, I had quadrupled the recipe, but I think for some reason, I think she may have made an error with her recipe because my entire house smelt like an ice cream parlor. There was just way too much vanilla. I'm like,
Too
it's
sweet.
supposed to
Too
smell
much.
like apples, not vanilla ice cream. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Too sweet.
So I added some butter in here, and I'm just going to crumble this up like this. If you have margarine at home, you can use that if you like. I like some of those heart-healthy margarines that don't have any of those trans fats that are in them. But I'm just going to mix this in really good. And then I'm going to put the topping on. Done.
Easy as that. And we've already preheated the oven to 350 degrees.
Yep.
So that's all ready to go right here.
Yep.
So we'll just put the toppings on. Look at that, so easy.
And so cute. I just can't even get over how cute
No,
these
this-
look. Okay. And it's, a little healthier version, than apple pie because you're not getting all that crust on the top. You're not getting the crust on the
All
bottom.
the extras.
Yeah, exactly. And it's portion control as well, right? So now,
Yep.
Jess, could you open the oven for me? Okay, so these are going to go in the oven for 30 minutes. And done. You've just made apple crisp for 2 people.
Perfect.
Perfect.
So my recipe is a little twist on your pumpkin pie, and I'm going to be making pumpkin pie twists. So what I've gotten is I've gotten the prepackaged crescent rolls, and I've already pulled them apart and separate them. So I have 2 rectangles here on parchment paper, and then I put 2 rectangles off to the side. The filling is going to be pumpkin puree. Make sure you do not get the pumpkin pie filling, which has all those extra sugar and all those extra things that you don't really need.
Yep.
So I'm going to take a spoonful and kind of just place it on each rectangle here and kind of spread it out. You kind of want to get it towards the edges so you make sure everything has a little bit of pumpkin on it.
Mm-hmm.
So we have that. And then I'm going to put it on this second one.
Think about all that vitamin A you're getting from that pumpkin.
Yes. Delicious. There we go.
And the crescent rolls that we purchased were reduced fat.
Yes, we got
correct?
the reduced fat version.
Yeah.
So they're only about 90 calories for each roll. So, okay, so now I put the pumpkin puree down. I'm going to take the other side of the crescent roll and put it right on top. This is such a simple, easy thing. I can't believe
know.
I hadn't really thought of it. I saw the recipe and I was like, this is so easy and so
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
the recipe called for an egg wash to go on top, but we're actually going to use olive oil as a healthier alternative here. So we're going to wash the top on here.
And that's it. You know, how many of us look at recipe books all the time? Wow, that sounds so good. That sounds so good. And you can turn things, just little changes here and there. You can make the recipe so much healthier, you know?
Right. Sometimes I look at recipes before and I'd be like, well, this looks so unhealthy. I'm not even going to waste my time.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
but there's little things that you can do here and there that you didn't really think of, that I didn't really think of before, that will make it a healthier version.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to add a little bit of pumpkin pie spice here, and I'm just going to pour it on top, sprinkle it on top here. And if you don't have pumpkin pie spice, you can kind of make it yourself if you want. You could even just do ground cinnamon and sugar, but you could also do cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and allspice.
Oh, I've never made my own pumpkin spice.
Yeah, so you can
before.
do that, and you can find it online, the measurements and everything. So what I'm going to do now is slice each little rectangle into 4 pieces.
Again, portion control.
Exactly.
Portion control.
I think this is just such an easy dessert if you're having like a dinner party or something.
Yeah.
So
You're really going to impress your friends with these recipes.
that one I just made 3 because I made them a little bit wider. So whatever, there's nothing wrong with it. So now I'm going to pull them apart, and as I pull them apart, I'm going to twist them. So they're turning into pumpkin pie twists.
You know, and I think too, you know, they have these similar things like this at Dunkin' Donuts or Honeydew, you know, but ours is way less calories and way less sugar than any of those that you would get at those stores.
Right. So I'm going to just pull these apart and do that. And then I'm going to twist this.
Now, how long do these bake for?
These are going to go on at 375 for
Okay.
about 10 minutes, so it's super quick too.
10 minutes.
So we're just going to twist this, and then we're going to be putting those in the oven. Just need to stick those
Sure.
in there. And then, if you'd like, you can just eat them like that, and we'll add a little bit extra pumpkin spice at the end, because you know how we twisted them. There was a little extra sides that you were bare, so we can just add extra pumpkin spice. But there's also, we can make a cream cheese filling. So that's what we're going to do here. So I have a 1/4 cup of cream cheese, and we get reduced fat cream cheese?
We did, yep.
So.
A 1/3 reduced fat cream cheese. Again, another little change
Little
to your
things that
recipe
you can do.
that you can make to make it healthier.
And then I have a 1/4 cup of butter. And I need a little
A little napkin?
Yeah,
Sure.
paper towel.
I know. My hands
There.
have butter in my hands
Yeah,
too, so.
slimy here. Thank you.
Your hands should get messy, right? If you're not messy by the time you leave your kitchen, then, you know, it's just not worth your time, right?
Exactly. So I'm going to have you help me.
Sure.
So I'm going to start by mixing this, just the butter
Yep.
and cream cheese together. I'm going to do it on my lowest setting. And then you can start adding in, woo, we lost one here. There we go.
So you just start adding
Yep,
this in
slowly add in the powdered sugar.
You know, and this would be something great to do with your grandkids, with your kids, you know, they can help pour the powdered sugar in or help, you know,
Yeah.
definitely some easy recipes.
Oh, definitely. You can just pour the rest in there.
All right.
And then we're going to be adding in a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract.
Okay.
So right now it looks like it's very dry, but the longer you mix it, the more of a frosting consistency you're going to get. There you go.
You know, and I suppose too, Jess, that if you didn't want to do like a cream cheese like drizzle, if you wanted to have like whipped cream or, you know, something else that you could do to dip it in, you could do, or even
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be
Plenty of other options. So now you can start to see everything kind of melded together. So now we're getting that frosting texture that we wanted.
Yep.
So once that's complete, we're going to take that and put that in a plastic baggie, which I already have done already. So I put them in a little Ziploc bag like this.
Nice.
We're going to squeeze it down to the bottom corner. If you want to take that, and we're going to cut the ends.
All right.
And then I'm going to grab the twists that we've already made earlier today. So this is what they'll look like when they come out of the oven. I'm just going to add a little bit more of the pumpkin pie spice
Sure.
just on top here.
All right, so now we're just going to add this on.
Oh, look how nice it looks.
I know, it's so festive. So festive. You know, I know, and thinking, oh my goodness, cream cheese and butter, but I mean, look at the amount that you're actually putting on here. It's not a large amount at all. Okay.
Such a good snack for, like we were talking about it before, even a dinner party, just having a little platter of these afterwards, or if you're going to a party.
If
you're going to a party and they ask you to bring a dessert, you could bring this, and this is such an easy, quick recipe.
So easy.
Taking 10 minutes to cook and probably about 5 to 10 minutes of prep time. So,
you know, and I love too that you don't need those fancy pipe bags or anything like that. You can just use whatever you have in the kitchen, you know?
exactly. So I'll start plating.
Go for it. And our apple crisp is done. So I thought it would be really nice to serve apple crisp with a little bit of ice cream.
Ooh,
What do you
sounds
think?
good.
I know, and you have a lot extra here. Could you freeze this, do you think?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, you could
Yeah, you
freeze
can
it
use
for
that
next
for,
time.
or they also said that you could put it in a bowl. I know this is probably not very healthy, and you can have it like on the side here. If
Oh, for
anyone-
like a little
the
bit of
dip,
dipping?
yeah, like a
Yeah,
dipping
okay.
sauce. So
Okay.
there's that.
So now our apple crisps are done. I'm just gonna add just a little bit of ice cream to it. There we go. So good.
Perfect. It smells so nice
Doesn't it
in
smell
here. This
awesome? It smells
cinnamon, pumpkin,
amazing.
and apple,
Oh my
a
goodness.
little bit of everything. I really want to try these out.
You're totally living up the season right now. Okay. All right.
Perfect.
Let's try it out.
Maybe let's want to try to cut one in half here.
Yeah.
One of these in half. We need a whole one here. There you go.
Okay.
Nice one.
Cheers.
Cheers. That's actually not that bad.
It's really, really good because you kind of get the essence of a pumpkin pie without having a humongous piece.
Right.
It's like just enough. It's almost like a tasting of pumpkin
Right.
pie.
I like this
Delicious.
better than pumpkin pie because I'm not a huge fan of pumpkin, and pumpkin pie is all of that filling,
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
and just a little bit of crust. So this is actually really good.
And it's not overly sweet either.
Mm-hmm.
It's not overly sweet, so I think this would be a really, really good dessert
Definitely.
to do. Now to try the apple crisp. I love these ramekins. They're just so nice.
I know. Cute.
It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
That's really good.
Isn't it good?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally, how many minutes did it take for me to make that? Just a few minutes. Okay.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for our next episode. We'll see you soon.
Bye now.